competition in Kansas City. I came in second out of 100 comics, and I'm like, I'm moving to Los Angeles. And it just kind of snowballed from there. Within 6 months, I got a writing job for a website in 2000. And then I got hired on the best damn sports show, period, on Fox Sports, recommended by another comic, Brian Keith Etheridge. And yeah, just kind of snowballed.
And what when all this happened to you, if you were before you started stand up, what do you think your younger self would have said to you if you told him that you would be where you are today?
That's an interesting question because when my friends in the business get down on themselves, like one friend in particular, my buddy John, this was many years ago. I said, John, imagine if I went to your 18-year-old self and said, you're going to be doing stand up comedy professionally. That's your career. You get to tell jokes for a living, and it's all going to work out. And you're going to do voices for movies. And uh, what would his reaction be? And his response was the same as mine. Like, I wouldn't be able to believe that. It's so insane in a way to tell jokes for a living. I would be thrilled. And so, what happens with human nature is we get to one point where our dreams are fulfilled, but then we get used to it. And so, we're focusing on the next thing instead of just being grateful for as long as we can to reach that part. If I only did one of the things that I've done in my career, I would have been a success. But I've done so many things that I lose track of it. I remember being on a TV show and being like, oh, I don't want to do this. Like, what? I can't imagine telling the 18-year-old, hey, you're going to complain about being on a television show because you want to do something else that day. So, yeah, I've lived out my dreams.
And with what before you got certain opportunities like being on TV, what did you imagine those things being like, and were they actually like? How did like reality trump the actual perception of what it was going to be like?
I thought that if you're on TV, you are wealthy. I thought that you became famous. Um, you get on there, and if you do it enough times, it's just another job. And you tell your friends and your family to watch it. Most of them do. Some of them don't. It's not that it's a letdown, but the anticipation is often greater than the actual event. I'll tell you a quick funny story. My buddy and former coworker at Best Damn Sports Show, Bob Oshak, very funny comic. He was on Oprah,
Oh,
and yeah, they had like this new comics being introduced by legendary comics to kind of launch their careers. And he said, "Yeah, it was surreal because I was watching myself on the Oprah Winfrey Show from the break room of my corporate job. Like his life didn't change immediately. He was watching it next to the cake for somebody's birthday that week from the cubicles and the coffee and the tuna fish sandwich in the refrigerator."
and how did anyone else in the workplace see him as they were on?
Yeah, they probably walked in and like, wait, what? Aren't you supposed to have a private jet now? Like, I, he's like, no, I got to get back to work or I'll get fired.